This is Hope and Help with Doctors Michelle and Mark Sherwood. Insights and interviews with a dose of straight talk to help you enjoy optimal health in all areas of life.
As many of you know, we have partnered up with Gold and Silver Financial Advisors to ease the burden of financial panic, worry, and anxiety. In the times we have, the stock market seems to be crashing, financial uncertainty seems to be elevating to all-time highs, and we want to make sure that we're able to give you the up-to-date information, because when your finances begin to go south, they will take your health with them. So right after this message, we're right back with our gold and silver specialist, Andrew Sorchini. Don't go away.
Hi, friends. Dr. Michelle Sherwood here.
And Dr. Mark Sherwood. For years, patients have asked us about meal replacement shakes, but literally nothing has met our high standards.
And with today's food shortages and nutritionally compromised diets, that standard American diet, we had to take action. So we created our own.
Voila!
Kingdom Fuel is our complete nutritional shake mix.
And it is absolutely, and I mean full of nutritional goodness. Do you have a 3-month emergency food supply in your pantry? Kingdom Fuel is shelf stable and available in delicious chocolate or vanilla. Stock up to fuel your life and enjoy a peace of mind.
Andrew, welcome back, man. I appreciate you. Lots happening on the gold and silver, the precious metal front. What's the newest trends right now in the area of gold and silver?
Well, I would say that the biggest thing right now is the drop in spot price. So we've actually seen about a 20% pullback on gold and silver from their highs in the peak of COVID. So the 20% drop isn't bad. And what it really is the paper gold and silver, which are gold and silver assets out there that people trade that aren't backed by real silver and gold, are traded on the same market as a physical gold and silver. So right now there's a big panic on all financial investments. People have been getting out of the stocks quickly, and we've seen stocks drop 25%. Real estate is just starting to cool off. It's going to be the next thing. Cryptocurrency is like, some of it's just disintegrating. It's almost nothing. Bitcoin's down to about maybe 21 or 22,000 when it was almost 70,000. So people are selling off everything because they're scared. So the gold and silver assets that trade on the paper market, they're actually bringing down the physical market. It's unfair that they're traded on the same market. So for us, what we're seeing is probably the highest demand we've ever seen, which has resulted in higher premiums. But that's what's necessary for people to obtain gold and silver in this market. It's the best safe haven I can think of.
2 questions. One is tied back to our last episode. People go back and listen to that for sure. Make sure you do that. One is like what you just said. You mentioned the paper certificates are traded on the same market as the hard gold and silver. Is that ever going to change?
I do believe that it will. I think it's going to implode. It's basically like a legal Ponzi scheme. In layman's terms, the numbers I hear vary by quite a bit. So I'll just pick something that's conservative. So apparently these, in the event of a silver ETF, which is an exchange traded fund, well, these exchange traded funds for silver are supposed to be backed by real silver, but I hear that they're oversold by 10 to 20 times over. And that would be like if you had a home for sale, a rental home that maybe you just wanted to offload, and you sold it to 10 people, but nobody could actually take possession of it. You actually sold it for full value to 10 different people. It's like, that's not legal, but it's happening in the stock market every day. And if a lot of people sell their paper assets for silver, that drives the price of silver down. But it goes against the basic supply and demand laws that we learned when we were in school, that for the physical silver, the demand is the highest it's ever been. That would dictate a higher price. but we're not seeing that. So eventually it'll implode and silver will get to realize its real value.
And they will probably separate that at some point to realize that's not only not unfeasible, but it's also probably illegal.
Exactly. And
Right.
and it will happen for sure. And people say that if silver was allowed to have its real value, if it wasn't manipulated down through the paper assets, that silver could be upwards of about $500 an ounce for just 1 ounce of silver. And I don't want people to give us a call and say, great, I don't want you to take a loan out on your home and start trying to buy silver because Andrew said it's going to $500 an ounce.
Yeah.
Realistically, it should be in the $50 to $100 an ounce range. And it could get there very quickly. In fact, after the financial crisis in 2008, at about, say, 2010, 2011, we saw silver go from about $17 an ounce to $49 in just a couple of months, and then right back down because JP Morgan sold the biggest amount of physical silver that's known on the market. And it just, again, the big banks manipulating it back down.
Now, you mentioned something in a previous episode that we had you on a couple weeks back, that the markets were down, stock markets, about 25%. And you mentioned it's going to be coming back at some point. Do you see it coming back? And if so, not to hold you to any promise, when do you see it coming back?
I still think it'll be like 3, 4, 5 years. And I'll just tell you that I love the stock market. I think it's a great way to build wealth. And but I think that we can't be greedy. Like, right, you need to be smart and take a profit at some point. You can't be married to these individual stocks for your entire life. Unless it is a great company like Apple, then you could just weather the storm and let it lose half its value. And then eventually it's going to go back up. But when people choose to do that, it depends on where you're at in your life. If you're retired, probably wouldn't be a smart move. If you're 30 years old, then fine, just hold it for the rest of your life. You'll probably make a fortune with it. But for most of the people out there that are trying to live off of their retirement, it's a good opportunity to exit those stock trades, maybe all of them, and sit in cash and take part of that cash and convert it into gold and silver and just protect yourself for the next few years. And then when you see that stocks have lost 50% of their value and they start to come back up, you can do some bargain hunting and you probably do quite well.
So really the idea right now that you're talking about is asset protection by offloading some of the dependence upon the stock market building wealth to holding the wealth steady and probably increasing a little bit over time with some precious metals such as gold and silver. And you mentioned that silver is going to be something that needs to be liquidated less often perhaps than gold. So I guess that would all depend on where you are in your age and retirement and all of those factors involved. Do you work with people in the decision tree and all of that, Andrew?
I do. We just did a large transaction with a gentleman for the retirement account, and we did 70% silver and 30% gold. The 30% gold gives like a stability to the portfolio, where the 70% in silver is more speculative. And we did that because they indicated on their own, almost the exact wording that I always give, that they don't expect to access those funds for at least 2 years. Figure that's a good enough time to give gold and silver a chance to do what we believe they're going to do. And in all likelihood, we could see gold run up, and at which point we could sell some of the gold and then add to your silver position, or vice versa. So we are going through and helping people manage what happens within their accounts as well.
Hi friends, Dr. Mark Sherwood here.
And I'm Dr. Michelle Sherwood.
Not everyone can make an appointment with us, but you can receive many of the same educational benefits our patients receive through our most comprehensive course, Health Secrets Exposed.
Modern healthcare, or should we say sick care, is more focused on profit than your health. And in this course, you'll discover what sick care has been keeping from you all along.
Here's a hint. You don't need more medication.
You need the simple truths in this course to unlock optimal health. Health Secrets Exposed is usually $149. Now it's just $99 with your promo code. It's time for you to learn what Big Pharma doesn't want you to know. Go to Sherwood.tv now and use promo code HOPEHEALTH to receive this exclusive offer.
So you buy gold and silver and it's sitting around, and let's say a year goes by. Do you guys reach out to the individual holders of this and say, hey, it's probably a good idea to do a switch, offload here, buy more? Do you guys do that, or is that pretty much on the asset holder themselves?
No, we do it regularly. We do. What we do is on the initial conversation when we're setting up the retirement account, we get to learn a little bit about the client, and we'll keep notes. Like a client would probably want to liquidate much of the silver position when silver hits $49 to $50 an ounce. We'll make those notes, and it's important. So people, we don't want people to be worried about this. And you've talked about it before, that when people are worried about their investments, it can have an effect on their health. And when you have us working with you, it's to take that burden off of your shoulders.
You know, I love that. And I appreciate you. Obviously, all you do for so many people across this great nation, and all the patriots out there. So tell people how they can get a hold of you, Andrew, and how they can work with you in this journey.
People should go to our website at bh-pm.com. And once the homepage comes up, just click on any of the red buttons that say first-time customer or free consultation and fill out the online form. Don't be shy. Fill out as much information as you can. Just let us know how we can best help you, and I will get you to the right person. So something we'll commonly see is I've got an old 401k for a company that I don't work at anymore. I've not even thought about it until I heard you talking about 401ks. Can I convert this? Can you help me? And I'll get you to our 401k specialist. They'll call you. They don't pressure you. They'll explain the features of it and how it can benefit you. And most of the people end up proceeding with it.
Cool. And so when they go in to the bh-pm.com website, where are they going to click? What are they going to do to connect with you?
Well, when they click on any of the red buttons that say free consultation, so the online form will ask you your name, your phone number, your email address, and just some notes about yourself. And I see all of those. So the more information that people could put there, I will actually send it to the associate that can help you the best. If you say, I only want gold, I have someone that only offers gold to people. If you say, I like 90% silver, and most of the people here can help with that. If you say, I have an IRA and I would like to find out how much of it I should roll over into precious metals, I've got a team of people that can help with that. So the more information can help me help you the best.
Got it. And please, when you fill this out, folks, say Dr. Sherwood sent you, and Andrew will take care of you. Andrew, when they fill this form out, what is a realistic expectation on when they will hear back from you?
If it's earlier in the week, I would say 1 to 2 days, sometimes the same day. And that's just because we're getting so many inquiries. If it's on a Friday, then you might not hear from us until about Monday. But if you feel that you're not getting called back quick enough, just send another inquiry and say, hey, second request, and I'll put you right to the top of the queue for sure. Got it. We'll make sure to put that website down in the feed like we always do. And Andrew, I appreciate you taking some time, and we'll look forward to seeing you here in a few weeks again, right? Sounds great. I'll be back. Absolutely. All right, man. Thanks a lot. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Doctors Mark and Michelle Sherwood and their clinic can help you find the hope and health you were created to enjoy. Go to Sherwood.tv for clear, proven ways you can be healthier. Subscribe at Sherwood.tv.